He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is Harris. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Off play action. Herbert eluding the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his target. That's more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to throw. Herbert. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Operating from the gun. Herbert forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but now it's third down. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 10. From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now the Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 8. They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Herbert. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Off the bootleg. Herbert. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back to throw. Herbert. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's more on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't come before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards. Looking to throw. Herbert escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Ready? 10 Lobo. General West.
On 3rd down, Kane. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Flush to his right. Going for Met. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, you know, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He'll look to throw. They complete it to Hill. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
A gain of 15. And a Bengal first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now back to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. It's their quarterback scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored again. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, Saw how...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback keeping it himself from 10 yards away. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 1st down, it's Kane. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On 4th down, Herbert eluding the pressure right. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Joey Bosa. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll drop the throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5. Up to the 25-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Come on, set. 30 base. You must be dreaming. Topper, topper, hit it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Kane. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Back to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Go.
On 4th down, Herbert flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Three buzz. 164. Wait.
Broken tackle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. What a boost for this offense that he can throw in a run like that after the success that he's had throwing the football.
I love that, being able to mix in something a little bit different just when you're starting to think that's all you're going to see. He changed it up, flipped the script on him, and boy, did it work to his offense's benefit.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack.